Good afternoon. My name is DANFLOW LINDWE with Cbs News at 1. We bring you coverage from across the country, and we begin our news on market fires, where the government has announced plans to tackle recurring market fires in Nairobi, which have caused massive losses for traders. Speaking at his current residence after meeting Gikomba fire victims, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki acknowledged that the huge financial losses from market fires and announced a task force to find a lasting solution. He assured government support, but stressed it would not be politicized.
Going forward for Gikomba, I think the toy market and a few other markets that have had repeated incidents of fire, we must go to the root cause, and therefore the president has directed the relevant agencies to investigate and the causes of these fires. It doesn't make sense to imagine that all these things are accidents, because they keep on happening year in, year out. And therefore, that work is ongoing to make sure that we get into the roots of this matter and resolve it once and for all.
And on matters education, to strengthen education in the country, the Kenya Education Fund has committed to supporting over 400 students nationwide. At a recent event hosted at the Kenya High School, students from various schools gathered at the initiative showcased its mission to mentor learners and provide valuable educational and life skills. These efforts will have a lasting impact, helping them thrive academically and personally.
We'll be discussing. Then you are the two rows. So
this is my second year in KEF scholarship, and this is my second workshop. So the workshop has been really nice since Form 1, and I've learned so many things. It has enabled me to to decide on my career decisions, to make good impacts in my life. It has enabled me to have hope for the future. At least I can, I had lost hope in studying, but now I can see my future of being an architect.
I've learned many topics like self-awareness. I've learned more about myself, knowing what my purpose in life is, mental awareness. I've learned a lot since I came for this workshop. Yes, the Kenya Education Fund has supported me really well.
Kenya Education Fund has really helped me to come to secondary school, enhancing my skills and then sharpening my education and helping me to have higher dreams and hopes for the future.
We are going to open the application process for next year in the month of July. And of course, we're also trying to see how to work with the new curriculum, because we have the CBC. We have relied on KCPE for our criteria as part of our criteria, but now we are still trying to see how to best use the process together with the CBC system to identify the most deserving students.
And still on matters education, a tense scene unfolded at the National Drama Festivals in Nakuru today after Butere Girls High School was barred from performing their play Echoes of War. Now, the students were denied use of the venue's sound system, effectively muting their performance after allegedly facing police harassment backstage. In response, they sang the national anthem in tears before walking off in silent protest. Authorities also blocked media and spectators from entering Kirobon Girls High School, raising concerns over censorship and freedom of expression. All students declined to perform at the drama festivals in support of Butere Girls.
No drama! Butere, no drama! Butere, no drama! No drama! No drama! No drama! No drama! No drama! No drama!
And still on the same story, former UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala, the scriptwriter of the Butere Girls' Echoes of War play, is being held at the Eldama Ravine police station in Baringo. His lawyer, Kennedy Echesa, has confirmed. Now, Malala's lawyer has called for his release alongside DAP party leader Eugene Wamalwa.
Our children should be allowed to display their talent. They should be allowed to express themselves freely, because freedom of expression is guaranteed by our Constitution for every citizen, including every child born in Kenya. But here we are being blocked from accessing the play. We are right at the venue where the play is just starting now. The playwright was allowed to be here, and as we speak, because of his arrest last night, he was taken to Central Police Station. We have been there with the lawyer, and we are told he has been transferred from Central Police Station, Nakuru, to Eldama Ravine. He has been prevented to come and guide the children and enjoy the play that he himself wrote. But we are here as lawyers today to see why this government is so afraid of this play. A play that is telling the story of the Gen Zs of Kenya, of abductions and of bad governance, of corruption and bad leadership.
To watch what is right in the eyes of the president, we cannot watch what is right in the frame of mind of Kenya Kwanza. We're here as Kenyans to make a statement that these police officers can tear gas us. These police officers can kill some of us, but they will not kill everyone. One of these fine days, the young people of this nation will arise against this oppression. If our forefathers had feared these police officers, Kenya will not be independent. We don't fear. The only thing we fear is fear alone. We cannot allow to be intimidated. They are forcing those girls to go on stage without their costumes, without their decors, without the sound system. Lights have been switched off in the main hall, so the girls cannot act in peace. They want them to act in 10 minutes instead of 25 minutes and leave for Butere. This is the kind of oppression that we must stand and say no.
Now, the National Assembly Education Committee is assessing 12 technical and vocational colleges to address challenges hindering quality education and student enrollment. The committee's visit currently in Uasin Gishu County aims to improve facilities and attract more students. The team emphasized upgrading infrastructure to accommodate growing enrollments.
In point where we are supposed to visit about 12 national polytechnics, we want to look at the progress in terms of budgetary implementation, in terms of how they are going out to their programs, and more importantly, how their programs are actually improving, especially the lives of the community within the polytechnics. And have now embraced TVET as a sector. Before, we used to have very few, and many Kenyans used to have a very low opinion of being a student of a polytechnic. It was seen as a place for failures. But as we speak now, about 300,000 students are in our polytechnics. That is from TVET to national polytechnics. As we speak, the population has increased. There is need for construction of classrooms, lecture theaters, workshops, and all this. That's why this committee is doing fact-finding. Areas where there is need, like the library, the 2,000 capacity library here, needs to be fast-tracked and be finished on time so that we can actually solve that particular issue. We also have auditoriums. We also have the issue of trainers. Last year, the government recruited 2,000. Here we have a shortage of 126 trainers who are employed by BOM. So we want to go this fact-finding so that when we are in Nairobi doing the budgeting, which is a few months away, we should be able to address those gaps and be able to make sure that the trainers, the resources are available on time, and therefore students are able to undertake their work quite well.
And in other news, health and human rights stakeholders have raised alarm over Laikipia County's high teenage pregnancy rates linked to poverty to period poverty. Now, during an Anyuki awareness run organized by Binti Mwangaza CBO, officials revealed 6,000 of the county's 20,000 annual pregnancies involve teenagers.
I've come today as a father of girls to participate in the run because I believe in the cause of Binti Mwangaza to end period stigma and also provide mentorship for girls and have sustainable solutions in menstrual hygiene so that the menstrual hygiene is affordable to every child and it's a sustainable program. So we've come here to support that. Part of the most vulnerable categories, cohort of society, the teenagers, find themselves very vulnerable. They, like for example in Laikipia, it can't be lost to me that of all the pregnancies we have in Laikipia, 20,000 pregnancies in a year, a third of them, slightly more than 6,000, are attributed to teenagers. And of course, when I look at that figure, I know part of the reason that we are getting here, of course, are harmful cultural practices, lack of access to menstrual hygiene, and then dropping out of school or seeking alternative solutions to accessing the menstrual products, some of them to their detriment. So this is a very good cause, and it is part of promotive health, really.
Now, elsewhere in Kitui County, all 465 secondary school principals have completed a 3-day competency-based curriculum transition training. Now, organized by Semester, the sessions at Mulango and Mudale Girls Schools prepared principals from public and private institutions for grade 10 learners' arrival come next year.
Because maybe not all of us can make a video for us. I don't know what to do now, and I you know, we see professors, you know, they want to carry the show and they have some other focus. So this is what we say, attitude. But he was followed by a traffic policeman who actually interjected and stopped him. And I what we say here. Now, the attitudes. You know, it doesn't care because people are walking and they do not care. They don't care. I'm entertaining my
We want to thank Semester for choosing this time as a very appropriate time to prepare us principals in readiness for the transition of grade 10 cohort in our senior schools. I believe by the end of this training, all the principals, the 465 principals in Kitui County, will be equipped with the knowledge and information that is required to prepare our schools for the transition of the grade 10.
Our expectation is that principals will have gathered enough confidence, and from here they will go and prepare the stakeholders at school level, board of management, the teachers, and other stakeholders in the school, parents, in preparation for that transition. In Kitui, there's approximately around 10,000 children in grade 9. They will proceed. We have enough vacancies for them, even at the county level, although some of them might go to other counties.
They're getting prepared, and I must say that we are ready to receive the junior, those students from the junior schools to the senior schools.
We have learned so much. We are appreciating the government, the ministries, the Semester, and the stakeholders involved. In fact, you have been so much well facilitated by the Smartia facilitators, and we are now very much equipped with the knowledge to receive grade 10 learners, and we assure the government that is going to be a success.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has intervened to save Matili Technical Training Institute from being auctioned by a single debtor in a 58.9 million shillings infrastructure construction deal. Now, in the case, EACC claims the debt is not supported by relevant documents. Timothy Wekesa reports.
In the case, the EACC claims that the debt is unsubstantiated and is therefore asking the Court of Appeal to stop the auction of the institution. Based on the documents from the school, the contractor from Ramagon Construction Company Limited was awarded the construction contract in the 2010-2011 financial year, and the debt was fully paid by the year 2020.
In June 2024, a college driving school vehicle was impounded by the contractor's team, and to date it has not yet been returned. The matter is in court. There isn't much I can say about it, and EACC has also done its investigation over the matter, and we just hope that the institution shall be given its fair hearing.
However, the contractor went to the court to claim accrued interest on its payment, and the lower court awarded him a sum of Kenyan shillings 17.3 million. As a result, the contractor had already begun the process of auctioning the school, which led to EACC moving to court to block the sale of Matili TTI assets. For CBS News Bungoma County, I'm Timothy Wekesa.
The Mugumo tree is deeply sacred in Kikuyu culture, and it is believed to house ancestral spirits. It serves as a vital site for prayers and rituals. When a Mugumo tree falls, the community interprets it as an omen, signaling major impending events. Now, Judy Kialo reports on a fallen Mugumo tree in Mathioya, Murang'a County.
Normally, when a Mugumo tree falls, it is left to rot, but in this case, it has to be cut into pieces to unbarricade the road to allow for smooth movement of vehicles. As the elders await 7 days to elapse so as to come and finalize the rituals, traditions do not allow them to disclose the message this tree sends. Reporting from Ugeka Town, Mathioya constituency in Murang'a County, I'm Judy Chalo.
Now that story by Judy Kialo marks the end of our 1 p.m. bulletin. My name is DANFLOW LINDWE. Stay tuned for more updates.